Find functional hilarity at the Biffa Emporium. Girl, it's what I heard. Allegedly, it's just the word. Allegedly, it's on the street. Allegedly, I sing to the beat. Allegedly, lee, lee, lee. Allegedly, lee, lee, lee. Allegedly, lee, lee, lee. Allegedly. You know, I was just looking for my chapstick in the living room. And I realized that Future looks like he smells like piss. Like piss. And he probably does because he always has a piss poor opinion. I mean, Future just looks unwashed, unintelligent, and unwanted. You can't keep a woman. You can't keep a hit. You can't sell out a tour. I'm really confused as to your point and your purpose. So let's go over what this idiot has spouted off now. I guess we can call this segment Words of the Worthless. So Future's mumbles on Ciara's marriage are as follows. He do exactly what she tell him to do. He not being a man in that position. He's not telling her chill out with that on the internet. Don't even talk to him. I'm your husband. You better not even bring Future's name up. By the way, I saw this great tweet that said, Ciara ain't said Future's name outside of a courtroom in so long. And they right. If that was me, she couldn't even bring his name up. She know that. She couldn't even bring her ex's name up. I don't care what they gave you. You don't bring their name up in interviews. You don't even do nothing around them. Don't say nothing. Don't give that shit no energy. Child, you're sounding a little R. Kelly. You're sounding a little R. Kelly. I'm glad she got the fuck away from you. And he's also upset that his son, Future, is around Russell. Ciara didn't let Russell meet Future's ass until after she got married. And then she said, okay, you can meet him, I guess. He said, I'm supposed to meet him before he's around my son. Normally, yes, but you're a piece of shit. So your opinion doesn't matter. Gotta call it like I said. He also is mad at Wendy Williams for putting his baby mama's pictures up and says two of them don't really do social media and they were devastated. I mean, I guess those are like the first two baby mamas that really weren't signing up for this fuckery. They didn't know what was coming. The first two, I'ma give them a pass. Ciara, you already knew. You were third. You were third. And there's already a fourth and a fifth. A piece of shit. Child, you getting somebody else pregnant and I'm supposed to be worried about introducing you to my husband? Please. Go eat some ass. Go eat some ass. And since we're talking about loser fathers, let's go on and talk about Rob Kardashian coming back to Keeping Up with the Kardashians. I mean, you know, he brings the ratchet. He brings the ratchet. Quiet as it's kept. Y'all need to patch shit up with Blac Chyna, but I guess Alexis Sky is good and free, so she'll be popping up on that shit, I'm sure. I could see this whole season's plot line being Rob, Alexis Sky, and keeping the cameras away from Blac Chyna. They like, this heifer might win her case and get a little coin, so we're gonna drive her crazy until she does. It's the Kris Jenner way. Do you give a fuck about Rob being back on Keeping Up with the Kardashians? Do you give a fuck? Of course you don't. Of course you don't. But because Blac Chyna's involved and she's getting shafted, it's a teensy bit interesting. Just this much, though. Just this much. We're moving on. Wendy. Feel better. Feel better. I just wish you had done this in the beginning, the extended leave of absence. You'll be back when you're better. Sometimes you can't put health on a schedule like that. It sucks. But had you just said, okay, we're going to take a leave of absence after the bad episode had already aired and people knew something was up, it would have been okay, that's it. Instead, it keeps it in the news. Every week it's what's going on with Wendy. Ooh, Wendy, what? Is she back on drugs? Is it Graves' disease? What's going on? What's going on, Wendy? You should have just taken this leave of absence from jump. I don't know what's going to happen to the show. They said they're going to have guest hosts after a week of reruns. And I kind of feel like if I wasn't on this show, people wouldn't watch anymore because I make the show. Like, I feel like people watch for Wendy. Chris said, I watch for Wendy. I don't watch for anybody else. And it is kind of the Wendy Williams show. So you do need you for the show. So I don't know how these guest hosts is gonna go indefinitely. Y'all were not here for Jerry O'Connell. I don't think she would also pick anybody that could be competition for her. And right now, girl, you need to be looking for a replacement. I just don't know what's going to happen to the show, because if this is longer than maybe a month, they going to have to get somebody in there permanently or shut the shit down. And that's just what it is. I feel that after a month of just hodgepodge hosts, the ratings are going to slump. And this isn't a show where reruns are really going to work. But please don't come back until you are ready. Then when you think you're ready, take another 4 weeks. Don't worry if your show gonna come back or if it ain't. It might just be time to end it. End it on a high note. A high note. I have a little tea about the Celebrity Big Brother salaries. Everybody's making $100,000, and then you can get the grand prize of $250,000, so I guess they ain't playing for charity. Then again, some of these people on the show, like Lolo Jones, they look like they could use a little charity. Kato Kalin looks like he could use a little charity. Joey Lawrence? Joey Lawrence is gonna be here? God, I hope his money okay, because he been acting forever. He has worked non-stop since Blossom. Shit like that be scaring me. I'm like, damn, I'm trying to get a successful career. You see people with successful careers, and they still broke. But I guess if Candy on here, she got a little coin. Maybe he just doing it to get his Q rating up. So Candy doing this shit for $60,000, because that's what you get after taxes. That's a lot of aggravation for $60K. I mean, to somebody like a Candy Burris, but maybe she'll make up for it in dildo sales. Also, I've been hearing a lot of people criticizing government workers for living check to check. One, how much money do you think they're making where they can be so responsible, quote unquote, with their money? You gotta have something to be responsible with it. If you ain't got shit, ain't shit to be responsible with. That's how that works. You don't have enough money to be responsible with until you're making about $60,000 and single. And single. If you got kids, $60,000 ain't nothing. That's enough to keep everything afloat. The wages is too damn low. That's the real issue. Give somebody $5. Now be responsible with it. Well, let's see. I'm going to eat, and then that's it. That's all there is. There's no responsibility. I'm going to eat. That's it. And these people are already on the second check missed. How many checks are you supposed to be able to miss while working? Out here acting like these people was making $300,000-$400,000 a year, and now they're poor mouthing. That's not, no. They're making $30,000. They're already underpaid. Well, that's my thoughts on that. ASAP Rocky says he is a bad bitch, and women should take him shopping. I mean, I've seen uglier. If you would take the Miss Seeley braids out your hair and get that garbage disposal out of your mouth, maybe we'd have something to work with. I don't know. But a Seeley braid, that's not the style, boo. That's not the style. Metal teeth, it's not attractive. It's not attractive. Nobody wants chrome on their clitoris. Nobody. Do you want chrome on your clitoris? Metal in your muff? Steel in your snatch? No. Metal and private parts don't mix. It's a shame you gotta tell people that, and you don't want no man taking out his denture. Dropping that shit in the glass. All right, here we go. Oh my God, could you imagine seeing them silver things? Oh, hell no. Yeah, girl, we gonna take you shopping, all right, for some for some free dent gum and some polydent grip. We gonna take you shopping, all right. We going to Rite Aid, to the dental hygiene aisle. That's where we going. Ooh, I tell you, these girls, I'm a bad bitch. Gladys Knight. Gladys Knight. See, I gotta be real careful with this one. This heifer said, I understand Kaepernick is protesting. It's unfortunate our anthem is being dragged into this. Oh, God, that was stupid. Sweetie, I love you. Voice of a generation. Just because the anthem doesn't necessarily sing about the racism and the inequality that this country was founded on, don't mean it can't get dragged into the bullshit. It is still the song of a country that was founded on racism and inequality, and they're still trying to keep those values alive. It's okay for people to be uncomfortable because we're uncomfortable. So we want to make you uncomfortable to get the bullshit to stop. That's how that works. So we can bring in the flag, we can bring in the anthem, we can bring in everything. I know as long as I have to worry about police more than criminals, bring the flag in, bring everything, and let's talk about it all. And the anthem ain't that good, no way. Girl, boom. And if you hadn't gambled away your fortune and had to run to the Mormon church to pay your debts off, maybe you wouldn't have to perform at the Super Bowl. Maybe you could be retired like Anita Baker, although she's still working, but she's working for fun. You're working to pay your bills. All her Gladys Knight and the Pips money is gone. Harris, Caesar, Bellagio. Yup. Taraji P. Henson is getting a star on the Walk of Fame. You know, it used to mean so much more to me until I found out you had to pay for this shit yourself. Then it's like, oh, okay. But I'm happy for her. I'm happy for her. She definitely deserves a star. Oh my God, the birthdays on January 17th are insane. Michelle Obama, Sade, and then Steve Harvey and Ray J. It really makes you want to say, God, what are you doing? Can you clue me in? That shit don't make no sense. That is quite a motley crew. And then throw in Dwayne Wade for good measure. Soulja Boy lands movie based on burglars breaking into his home. He said people broke into his house with AK-47s and ski masks and says he shot at them, and then there's no more information about it. He says it was some of his homeboys. It was an inside job. Nobody shot back. And there's no police report. I don't buy it. I don't buy it. But whoever bought the story, good luck. I don't know what corpse you're gonna cast in that role. Now, here's an interesting little tidbit about Tidal. They're under investigation by the government of Norway for their supposed inflated streaming numbers. Remember when we heard that they were inflating their numbers last year and it wouldn't be possible for the Carters to have streamed as much as they did because everybody would have had to have the album on a loop, and even then the numbers wouldn't add up? I'm gonna keep my ear to the street on this one, because the shit sounded kind of hokey to me too. Okay, let's talk about the Clemson team going to the White House. If you go to the White House with this fool in office, you deserve McDonald's and Papa John's and all that other shitty food. You deserve. I mean, only a mark and a moron would go. I wouldn't. I'd say I had diarrhea. Oh, Lord, Fist Brown is in trouble again. 2 years ago, he was caught on video sucker punching a photographer. Why anybody would work with Chris Brown? That's like going to the White House. Mark and moron. But the state of Florida is not willing to offer him any kind of a deal. They said, we putting that ass on trial. He can plead guilty or do a trial by jury. I don't think either one of them gonna go his way. You looking mighty crackish in the media. You got shitty history. And if he does plead guilty, he faces 5 years in prison. And the judge would have the final say. Oh, Fist. I'd wish you luck, but I ain't gonna waste a good wish on you. Azealia Banks has been subpoenaed to testify against Elon Musk. in a Securities and Exchange Commission's lawsuit because she said he was high on drugs and lying when he told about Tulsa going private. Oh my God. You know what? I'm going to stay tuned because her courtroom antics will probably get her put into contempt. So she needs to get some money on her books right now. Right now. Because you know she gonna get in there and act six kinds of fool. Why is Omarion telling everybody, oh, I'm not involved with the You Got Served sequel? Child, you better get involved. You ain't got shit else to do. You better ride the B2K nostalgia wave. Hell, y'all got this little tour. You better use it for press and promotion for the movie. Get 2 checks instead of 1.
Alleged what? Alleged who? Allegedly. Allegedly.
Don't blame, don't sue.
Allegedly. Allegedly. We gotta talk about the you. We gotta talk about the unit. About the unit. We gotta address what the hell's on your head. Say it again. We got to address what the hell is on your head. One more time. What the fuck is that? Is it a welcome mat? Is that a dead cat? We gotta talk about the unit. Yeah.
So as my mugs say, tell a kin, tell a friend, tell that heifer you hate to head over to the Biffa Emporium for a cute collection of hoodies and mugs. Link below.